coughs it up to Nylander. Fires that shot. Vasilevsky makes that save on the ground, crashing the net. Tanev! On to the second round in this episode of the Toronto Maple Leafs NHL25 franchise. Tampa Bay Lightning coming off a 7-game series. The round before against, I believe it was the Red Wings. And let's drop the puck, get going on the road in Tampa. Puck has been dropped and Morgan Geekie wastes no time getting us the first goal of the game. Tampa Bay power play, best in the league, but Pacioretty gets one after we kill it. Gives us the quick 2-0 advantage on the road. Looking to start out strong again on the road. Took a 2-0 lead last series, and Kucherov gets one by Woll to make it 2-1. We got an early 2-0 lead last series. That momentum carried us all the way to winning in 5 games on the road. Looking to try to do something similar, but Atkinson makes it 2-2. Tampa Bay on the power play. It's deadly, it's lethal. And Jake Gensel buries one by Woll to make it 3-2. Gonna let this one play out. Hopefully the team can come alive. Nylander maybe a goal. Maybe Austin Matthews can do something. That'd be fantastic because we haven't really heard much from him lately. So, you know, it'd be nice if he could contribute. That'd be really appreciated. But no, Sherry gets one by Woll, makes it 4-2. And Tampa Bay loading up on the shots. Joseph Woll's made over 30 saves in this game. 4-2 is the final. All Lightning for the 3 stars. Game 2 in Tampa underway. We get a power play. We give up a shorthanded goal. And then we give up another one. And then we give up another one. And then 4. What happened, guys? You won in 5. You should have the rest. You should be feeling great. 5-0. I'm skipping through this whole thing. Still 5-0. 8-0. The hell happened here? Brutal showing, down 2-0 in the series early. We're gonna head home and play this full game against the Lightning. Looking to get some momentum back on home ice. Big thing is we need the stars to start playing like stars, and we jump with Matthews losing that draw. Marner poke check, forces that turnover, skating in! Stopped by Vasilevsky. And winning that draw, Matthews to Liljegren, shot gets blocked, passed around, point gets it, skating up, over to Hedman, he gets by Riley, fires it across to Kucherov to points, Liljegren dives in the way, fires that out to Marner, to Riley, to Nyes, to Matthews. Matthews still in this pointless drought, still, I don't know, hasn't found a goal yet, and is trying to figure this out, which is a really tough spot, especially after having won a series in 5 games. It's tough. Gets it to Liljegren. Can't finish it. Back to Riley. Point eats the shot, and Domi in pursuits. Flipping it over, Woll makes the save. Tavares takes the circle, looking to win the draw, and he does. Ekman-Larsson, crap, and gets absolutely crushed. Nylander picks up the loose puck and has some speed. Flipping that backhand, doesn't quite go. Domi in pursuit, Sorelli coughs it up to Nylander. Fires that shot, Vasilevsky makes that save on the ground, crashing the net. Tanev gets one. Vasilevsky still working to recover. Tanev sees an opportunity, grabs the puck, and snaps it through the traffic. Tavares back in the circle. Tavares and Nylander picked up the assist for Tanev's goal, and we jumped. Domi recovers that puck over to Tanev, up to Tavares, trying to get it up to Willie. Can't. Hagel turning around to Atkinson. Domi absolutely plants him in the ice. Sorelli gets hit by Ekman-Larsson, trying to get the puck out. Can't turn it over. Moser skating in. Tanev with the big hit. Still on the ground. Picks up the puck. Up to Pacioretty. Turning. Snapping the shot. Ekman-Larsson picks up the rebound and can't put it away. Geeky loses that draw to Paul. Throws a hit. We're backpedaling. Hakanpää with a nice poke check. To Robertson, to Pacioretty, loses it. Sheary gets it, but we keep it in the zone. Robertson trying to get it to Geeky. Too much chaos. Couldn't quite go. Up to Paul. Skating down. Hakanpää and Timmins. Hakanpää with the poke. Geeky with the poke. And we get the puck into the Tampa zone. Geeky skating around, trying to figure out something here. Flipping it to Hakanpää. Flipping it to Dewar. Rips one. As Robertson skates in, fires a backhand. That gets covered. And Kemp wins that draw. Hakanpää skating, rips a shot. Save by Vasilevsky. Holy Connor Timmins! Rips one from the point and in. Starting with a whole lot of urgency, being down 2-0 in the series. Kemp loses that draw. Riley there to poke it away. Liljegren feeds it to Kemp. Firing that up to Järnkrok. Had the game winner in Boston for game 1 in overtime. Pass over to Hedman. Riley pokes at it and tries to fire it in and just doesn't. Hedman turning, kind of coughing it up. Kemp's just trying to disturb some things. We're again the Matthews line back out there as Marner fires the poke check, scoops up the puck kind of over to Nyes. Firing that up to Matthews, turning, shooting, trying to crash the net. Can't quite get there. Nyes trying to cause chaos. Gensel crushed. Can't capitalize on it. Puck files up to point to Kucherov. Riley pokes at it and Nyes gets it before getting hit and losing it. Point turning to Gensel. To Kucherov and you're offside. And Tavares wins that draw to Tanev, firing it right back up to Tavares, crashing the net, going for the shot, doesn't quite go. Domi Ekman-Larsson, shot gets caught by a defender on his stick, and Kucherov skating in. Tanev gets there in time. Loose puck along the boards, Domi fighting for it. Tanev collects the pass before it gets there, and puck goes up to Tavares. Time winding down, ripping the shots. Vasilevsky saves it. We'll take a 2-0 lead after the first.
First 20 minutes of play is in period action in no time.
14 shots to none. That's a stat I was not expecting to see. Looking to how you doing, keep that moving. And maybe Matthews can finally get a point as he wins the opening draw. Over to Ekman-Larsson, over to Nyes. Ripping that along the boards. Liljegren fighting Gensel and tripping Gensel. Geeky losing the draw. Riley there to disrupt the play, and Geeky's going to carry this into the zone. Snap that shot. Clangs off the post as they struggle to control the rebound. Over to Gensel. Poked by Riley. Skating in, laying a hit. What? Charging? You're going to call that charging? I don't know about that one. And Järnkrok wins that draw to Tanev. Firing that around the boards. Timmins gets it and dumps it down. Timmins is going to skate after it, actually. Atkinson, oh, he's going to dodge my hit. Getting it up to Paul. They have the 5-on-3 for another minute. And Woll makes that beauty of a save for his first of the game. Tanev, get up, please. Okay, Tanev is up. And absolutely crushes someone. Atkinson skating through. Puck gets through the wall. Gets hit by Järnkrok along the boards. Hit by Järnkrok again. Cycling the puck around. Järnkrok gets in the way. Cycling it around, Cirelli to Atkinson to Paul. Tanev gets in the way, and give me a change now. Timmins in a really crappy spot. We'll just cover that. Kemp winning that draw. Ekman-Larsson rips it over to Hakanpää. Dumps that down. Gets the huge clear as Kemp skates down. Level Sheary. And Kemp gets hit and loses it himself. Hedman to Gensel. Skating up Ekman-Larsson and Hakanpää in defense. Kucherov rips that shot. Wool makes a save and passes it out to Hakanpää. Dumps it down, looking to kill the rest of the 5-on-3. Ekman-Larsson hit on... I forgot who that was. Tried to get the shot, got locked into a pass, and just threw it. Kucherov poked away and offside. Matthews and Marner lining up out there to kill the rest of the penalty. Dropping the puck, winning that draw. Timmins in pursuit, and we won that almost a little too well. Tanev, great stick work there. Huge hit. And Kucherov loses it. Tanev gets it. Firing it over to Marner. Ripping the shots. Save. Atkinson turning around. We have Geeky out there. Nice. Ekman-Larsson just passes that right back to Woll. Okay. Up to Robertson. Losing it. Got Geeky line back out there, which has actually been a very good line for us. Paul. Shot saved by Woll. Shoot. Puck poked away. Woll making a lot of big saves. Nope. Chaos and traffic. Robertson picks it up and looking to calm it down a bit. Turning, firing that up to Ekman-Larsson, over to Geeky. Trying to pass it across. Couldn't get it there. And Nick Paul causing the counterattack. Liljegren forces it loose. Riley gets it along the boards to Willie. Turning, firing that up to Liljegren. Turning, looking to switch places with somebody, but turns it over. And Liljegren going for the hit, misses. Domi in pursuit on defense, back checking. Puck forced aside and floats to the front of the net. Wool covers that one. Tavares wins that draw. Riley ripping it over to Liljegren, up to Willie. Skating, trying to have a step, just really doesn't. Trying to fire it across, doesn't get there. Hedman turning, pivoting, passing off the backboards. Tavares just lays a hit. Domi goes for a little hit on Hedman. Timmins back checking, going for the hit. Hakanpää dives in front of the puck. Cycling it around. Timmins intercepts the pass. Getting it over to Nyes. Entering the zone, gets crushed. Marner going for the puck. Hedman gets it. Timmins stepping up. Marner throwing the poke check. Marner on the breakaway. Turning. Can't get the shot off, and Vasilevsky saves it. Matthews losing that draw, but Marner picks up the puck. Back to Tanev. Slap shot. Goes through. Matthews to Ekman-Larsson to Tanev to Marner in close. Trying to backdoor to Matthews. Firing it backhand. Matthews still looking for his first goal this postseason. Tanev, big hit. And Matthews there to pick it up over to Marner. Gonna pass it over to not to Cirelli, but to a Lightning play. There's Cirelli, he gets it. Skating in. Ekman-Larsson just stays there, eats the hit, and Kemp going up. Firing the shot. Vasilevsky covers it. Doesn't cover it, saves it, can't cover it. Egel turning up the ice to Atkinson. Tanev poke check. Yarncroc recovers, gets it to Kemp. Firing the shots. Vasilevsky isn't great at covering it, is he? Tampa Bay countering. Playing defense, going around the net. Riley kind of gets the puck. Going to grab it. Dewar up the ice to Kemp. Liljegren fighting for along the boards. Gensel comes away with it. Points Loses it to Riley, who fires that to Vasilevsky, so that's not icing. Kucherov eats a hit from Riley to close out the period. Third period, 2-0 Leafs. Matthews in the circle, losing that draw. Hedman hit by Matthews. Marner picks up the puck, gets it over to Austin. Dropping it back to, I wanted Riley, but missed the mark there. Liljegren, big hit. Riley gets that puck to Matthews, loses that, but Marner picks it up. Shooting, saved by Vasilevsky. Marner ripping the shots and gets stopped again. Gensel over to point. Kind of hit by Liljegren. Matthews throws a hit. And now Riley gets it over to Marner. Loses it in the contact. He gets hit and loses it, and Vasilevsky has to cover it. And we jumped, unfortunately. Nylander bullied his guy, but Cirelli comes up with the puck. Leveled by Tanev. Atkinson tries to put the move on Woll, and Woll stands tall. Find the puck up to Willie. Skating over, trying to get it to Domi, and just no, didn't happen. Huge hit from Tavares as Hagel skates down. Gets by Ekman-Larsson. Cirelli can't get by Tanev. Pushed into the boards and hit hard. Ekman-Larsson gets it up to Nylander. Trying to drop it back. Kind of. Ekman-Larsson takes a shot. Save. Kiki losing that draw. Throwing the hit. Loose puck. Pacioretty comes away with it. Fires a shot. Saved again. Vasilevsky getting absolutely hammered with shots tonight, as he's had to stop 25. He stopped 25 already. Faced 27. And we don't even let him get to Woll. As, you know, Tampa has, what, a few shots on goal? 8 shots on goal? Geeky just had another one for us, so we're up to 29 on the night. And there's still half the third period left. Geeky, spinning shot, saved. Pacioretty rips it off the boards to Robertson, skating, shooting, saved. Pacioretty to Geeky, what a save by Vasilevsky. Big hit, Pacioretty gets it, shot, save. Vasilevsky absolutely standing on his head there. And skating down, poke it away. Geeky starting the counterattack. Getting it over to Marner. Shot saved by Vasilevsky. Kucherov turning. Geeky, let's get off the ice, please. Marner skating down. Turnover. Forced. Timmins gets it to Marner. To Hakanpää. To Matthews. Dang it, Nice. Why'd you have to be offside? And Matthews losing that draw. Kucherov skating in. Liljegren getting turned around by Kucherov. Woll's just going to cover that, take it to the faceoff. Matthews losing that draw. Nice. Eats that shot. Firing the puck up to Marner. Ripping a backhand. It almost went through. Vasilevsky on the ground gets back up. Matthews gets a shot off before getting absolutely pulverized. And Tavares losing that draw. Domi going in. Nylander going in. Just going for hits. Oh, crap, to get it up to Gensel. Riley gets back in time. Woll's just going to feed the puck out. Domi's going to pick it up. Rip it on the boards to Liljegren, to Nylander, to Riley. Has a step. Lasering, trying to laser a pass, and that just goes to Vasilevsky. Matthews winning the draw. Ekman-Larsson losing the puck, but gets it back. Over to Matthews. Turning, snapping a shot. He wants this goal. Hagel skating up. Tanev gets in the way. And turnover. Matthews going the other way now. He wants this goal. He can't get this goal. Tanev goes for a shot. Matthews picks up the loose puck. No dice there. Tampa absolutely exhausted. Turning, pulling the goalie. Marner gets it to Matthews. Firing it up to Nyes. Nyes going to shovel the empty netter. So Matthews doesn't get a goal, but he gets an assist, so he gets a point. So maybe Just maybe. That'll spark something. We win that draw with Kemp. Good stick lift by Tampa. As Gensel skating down, counterattacking Timmins. Huge hit. Hakanpää's just going to get it. Fire that up to Timmins. Flipping it over to Kemp. Ripping the shot. Saved. Yarncroc shot. Saved. Flipping it back. Tried to get Hakanpää. Couldn't get Hakanpää. Hakanpää's skating back. A foot race with point. Shot saved. Wool saves it. Passing it out. Yarncroc taking it the other way again. Firing it to Kemp. Shooting. Saved. Kemp going for the wraparound with another shot. Doesn't quite get there. Hakanpää. He was way too nice to cancel there. Could have absolutely leveled him, but elected not to. Quick first period. Robertson and Marner get the goals. I keep hitting the wrong button, but we are up 4-1. Timmins Tavares got 2 as well. Point got 1. Gonna fire. Oh my god. Hurricanes lead the Panthers 3-1. Oilers lead the Canucks 3-1. Avalanche and Stars are tied at 2 apiece, and we head back to Tampa to continue the series and have our best playoff run since before my lifetime, I guess. But the power play, best in the league, continues to roll as Kucherov gets one by Wool, makes it 1-0, and it's 2-0 very quickly because of course it is. Rough start for Wool, 2 goals on 7 shots, down 2-0 to close out the first period of play. Back in Tampa, we get a power play. Come on, answer. We don't. We can't answer. Quite unfortunate, and Atkinson makes it 3-0, but Austin Matthews gets his first goal of the playoffs. About damn time. Matthew Nyes follows up quickly, makes it 3-2. Matthews gets a power play goal, makes it 3-3. Oh, welcome back, Austin Matthews. We are hopping in here. Third period, let's roll.
For those of you just joining us,
An explosive effort from Austin Matthews. Ties up the game, and we win the draw. Passing it up to Matthews, lose it in the Tampa zone. Hedman over to Kucherov, skating by. Liljegren scoops up the pass. Over to Nyes, over to Marner, over to Matthews. Snapping that shot, and Vasilevsky's going to cover it. Explosive second period from the Leafs and Austin Matthews. Critical of him for, not having a goal in the first, 9 playoff games? And he answers back with 2 today. 1 on the power play, which I've also just been very critical of because it's been near the worst. Riley with the hit, forces it loose. Nyes skating in. Passing to Matthews! Hattie! Austin Matthews Hattie for his 3rd of the postseason. That's more than I expected for an away game. Austin Matthews hat trick sparks the team alive. Nyes and Riley with the assist, and Tavares wins that draw over Ekman-Larsson. Domi dumping it in to Nylander, cycling it around the backboards. Ekman-Larsson pinned along the boards. Domi gets it, chips it along to Tavares, trying to get it to Nylander. Hedman gets in the way. Ekman-Larsson picks up the puck, but it leaves the zone. And we are retreating. Tanev fires up to Nylander, who has some speed. And he is faster than I thought he would be. He's faster than expected. Oh my goodness, Nylander. Faster than expected. Well, I think it's more relative to, expectations of the team because, it just feels faster than Matthews, faster than Marner, which probably is some truth to the Matthews bit. I don't know about the Marner bit. Speaking of Marner, beats Vasilevsky. Doesn't beat Vasilevsky. Had the breakaway. Vasilevsky shuts the door on that. Hedman to Kucherov. Liljegren disrupts. Matthews picks up the loose puck. Marner gets it to Nyes. Entering the Tampa zone. Firing a wrister. Vasilevsky elects to cover and take it to the faceoff.
The offense, whether it's through distribution or shooting.
And Geeky loses the draw, but Pacioretty picks up the puck, fires it along the boards to Liljegren. Gets hit loses it, huge hits. Robertson picks up the puck, snaps a shot from close range. Save, pushed aside, and Geeky skates back to collect it over to Pacioretty, dumping that in. Robertson digs for in the corner, drops back to Riley, flips the backhand. 9 minutes left in the game. Geeky lines up, whiffs that draw. Moser turning around, turns us around, honestly, gets away. Sorelli to Hagel. Liljegren poke check, Pacioretty collects the loose puck. Robertson kind of gets it, fires up the ice to Geeky. Turning, shot from distance. Opportunistic rebound, Sorelli to Hagel. Dewar's there to disrupt some things. Liljegren gets it over to Kemp. Shot goes off a body. And Yarncroc on the forecheck. Having Yarncroc as a Timmins picks up the wonky pass, and Dewar gets it to Kemp. Having Yarncroc as a fourth liner is a pretty nice luxury, I'm not going to lie. And Matthews wins that draw. Hakanpää shot pushed aside by Vasilevsky. Nice. Over to Matthews, over to Timmins. Hakanpää cuts inside, rips a shot, had some potential. Matthews gets it along the boards, tries to kick it out. Hakanpää moved up for it. Hagel skating down, Marner in pursuit. Forces that one away, and point. Turns, gets to Hedman. Hakanpää again ruins that one. Hakanpää's been doing very well. Having him in the lineup over Benoit has helped significantly. Matthews firing over to Hakanpää, who gets a shot. We're just feeding Yanni Hakanpää shots, aren't we? And Tavares loses that draw. Domi forces it over to Timmins, flips a shot. Vasilevsky has to cover it. And Tavares losing the draw. Oh boy. Tampa counterattack. Less than 2 minutes. Kucherov in our zone. Firing! Holy crap, Wool, what a save. Wool just saved a Braden point one time. Why is Hakanpää leading this charge? I don't know, but Tavares picks it up. Fires a shot. Rebound, Moser. Domi hits it loose. Keeping it in their zone to Timmins. Slap shot. Goes off Vasilevsky. Tavares gets it to Nylander. Flips it backhand. And Tavares gets it again. Dumps it around the nets. And we lose it. Point gets hit. Kucherov turning, gets crushed. So Moser gets hit. Domi skates away with it and gets it to Tavares, flipping the shot. Yanni Hakanpää just absolutely motoring to the puck. 15 seconds. Moser up across the ice. Paul crosses center ice with it. Just create a turnover. They have pulled Vasilevsky. Going for the extra attacker. Good stick lift. Marner gets it, and he is cruising! Ripped for the empty nets, didn't go in. We still win 4-3. Kucherov goal, 6 hits, is the third star. They only had 17 shots. That's shocking. Nye's goal and 2 assists, probably the 2 Matthews goals. Or one of the 2. 2 of the 3 Matthews goals. And first star, Austin Matthews. 4-point hat-trick performance. And we can clinch the series at home. Series clinching opportunity on home ice. Stormed into Tampa, took the lead off the heels of an Austin Matthews hat trick. But Gensel, not backing down yet, scores the power play goal. And Points follows up immediately, and Kucher, okay, hey now. Let's settle down here. Tampa explodes on offense and gets 3 in the first period of play. 3-0 lead for the Lightning in Toronto. Come on, guys. Give me a couple. Let's try to come back in this. I'm not sure if we can. Tampa power play. It's been absolutely deadly. Doesn't go. We give up a short-handed goal. We see you in Tampa. See you in Tampa for Game 7. Well, Wolves' save percentage has absolutely spiraled. Game 7 in Tampa. Full game, let's play. This is going to be a long one. Game 7, time to drop the puck. Matthews wins to Riley to Nyes. Entering the Tampa zone, ripping a perimeter shot. Picks up his own rebound, cycling the back to Riley to Liljegren. Vasilevsky covers that one. And getting pushed off the draw there. Matthews, huge hits. Puck goes to Kucherov to Hedman to Gensel. Gensel skating in, sliding over to point. Wool's going to cover that. Send it out, and we lose control. Matthews able to intercept. Marner to Nyes. Entering Tampa's zone. Flipping that to Riley, flipping that to Matthews. Goes 5-hole. Fourth of the playoffs. Opens game 7. Highest paid player in the league, you're a captain. Go to him game 7. Nyes and Riley pick up the assists. And Kucherov losing the puck after Domi hits him. Domi fires to Nylander. Gets saved. And Tavares losing that draw. Hedman hit by Tavares, loses the puck. Firing the shot through traffic, and it gets saved. And Ekman-Larsson goes way too far up. Atkinson, all kinds of speed. Drops back to Hagel. Tanev gets back in time. Wool feeds it out along the boards. Ekman-Larsson kicks it up. Edmund turning back to his own zone. Domi trying to chase. Gets to Sorelli. Tanev hits him off the puck. Tavares to Ekman-Larsson. Up to Domi. Uses speed. Flipping it to Willie. Shot saved. Tanev gets the rebound. Willie back to Ekman-Larsson. Huge shot. Hits a bar. Slap shot. No. Sorelli lost the puck. Geeky gets it. To Willie. Firing to Ekman-Larsson. Loses it. Pacioretty chase. Big hits. Over to Sheary. Over to Paul. Tampa in our zone. Hakanpää missing. Clean shot. Great save by Wool. Getting in close. Wool makes some huge back-to-back saves. Ozer shot. Pacioretty eats it. Sliding across the ice. Timmins trying to chase. Over to Sheary. Great puck movement from Tampa. Great stick lift. Geeky gets it. Hakanpää gets it. Robertson gets it. He's exhausted. Couldn't get anything from that. Need a change. Getting Matthews out there. Just get the change. Paul skating in. Riley shuts him down. Marner gets it and gets shut down. Shot saved by Wool. Cam cooked on the draw. Dewar getting in the way. Fourth line, definitely a mistake. Puck along the boards. Bouncing it around. Going behind the net. Big hit, forced loose. Dewar to Liljegren. Space. Going back to Riley. Defenseman leading the charge. All right, Matthews and Marner back out there. Going for the draw, losing the draw. Nyes, huge hits. Dermott to point. Getting right by Riley. Great poke check from Liljegren. Loose puck, flies out. Oh my goodness, Wool, what a save. What a hit by Liljegren. Popped the helmet off. Look at Liljegren. That's a cross check and a half. I'm not complaining that it wasn't called, but that is a cross check and a half. Matthews lines up for it again. And wins that draw. Ekman-Larsson to Matthews, skating up the ice over to Marner. Trying to turn around, trying to drop it back and missing the mark. Point to Kucherov. Ekman-Larsson intercepts. Matthews gets it to Tanev. To Marner. Dump that in and change. Marner change. Marner change. Or just keep forechecking. Change. Change! Tavares gets the puck. Tries to jam it in. Doesn't go. Domi going back to Ekman-Larsson. Sheary picks up the rebound. To point. Shoot. Domi skating back. Point skating by. Ekman-Larsson gets in the way. And we've got tired defenseman. Ekman-Larsson drops to block it. Wool's just going to cover it. And Tavares loses the draw. Nylander pokes. Nylander pokes it ahead. Foot race. Get out of my way. Nylander, big hit. Picking up the puck. And crushed. Domi. Nothing.
And with that, the first period, both teams had a chance to recharge, and the officials set to drop the puck.
1 goal lead, tight game 7. Losing the draw to start the second. Liljegren's getting in points. 2-on-1. What a save by Wool. Joseph Wool saw his playoff save percentage dip to below 900. Or just below excellent, not even below 900, just dip below excellent, and he took that very personally. As along the boards, kicks it out. Marner going for hits, but Marner doesn't really hit people. Liljegren has been on a mission this game. Riley gets the loose puck to Marner, over to Matthews. Maneuvering around, shot! Oh, almost floated in. Vasilevsky gets the save. Matthews wins that draw. Ekman-Larsson along the backboards. Hedman to Sorelli. And huge hit again. Oh my goodness. Yard sale. Ekman-Larsson uses the stick. Gets the puck. And over to Tanev. Firing across the ice to Marner. Entering the zone. Snapping a shot. Nice jumps over it. Gets through to Vasilevsky and gets covered. Second line action. Tavares wins that draw cleanly. Hakanpää. Slap shot just gets gloved. And losing it. Tavares pokes it away. Domi gets the loose puck. Skating around. Skating forward. Doesn't go. Hakanpää gets it to Tavares. To Timmins. Shoots. Saved. Domi behind the net. Emerging. Trying to get there. Nylander. No. Way up to Hagel. Poked away by Hakanpää. Domi trying to chase. Point. Saved by... Okay, let's just cover this now. Gonna stop with those passes. And Tavares loses, but we get the puck. Nylander over to Maximum Domi to Nylander. Top 6 firing on all cylinders. Nylander adds to his team leading points. And Domi dumps that in. Nylander picks it up. Tries to swing it across. No dice. Nylander feels it. Drops his stick. Just go get a new one, dude. Riley to Domi. Eats it off the body. Moser pivoting around. Up to Kucherov. Up to Gensel. Skating by and dumps it in. Liljegren skates into Collect. Fires it up the ice to Robertson, who gets creamed. Moser skating in. Liljegren throwing stick checks around. Throwing body checks. And Liljegren emerges with it. And he has some speed. Pulling the defense. Pacioretty. Can't put it away. Great save by Vasilevsky. Geeky wraps around. No dice. Robertson throws a bit of a hit. Dermott skating in. Liljegren sets, hits. Hall to Sheary. To poke check to save by Wool. Kemp gets that to Ekman-Larsson. Firing back up to Kemp. Drawing the defense. Gets it to Yarncroc in space. Shooting. Saved by Vasilevsky. And Tampa's counterattack. Sheary passing it up. Good poke checks from Tanev. Getting the loose puck and firing that off the glass. Back around the boards to Ekman-Larsson. Gets crushed. Tanev collects it over to Dewar. And Dewar skating in. Shooting. Rebound goes awry. Over to Connor Timmins. Doesn't go. Kemp catches the loose puck and rips it. 3:20 left in the second. And Matthews wins that draw to Hakanpää. Oh boy, leaves the zone, getting it to Marner, getting it to Hakanpää, who is leading this drive. Matthews with the poke check. Skating in. Matthews with the hit. Matthews missing a hit. Thought we would have had another. Clear. Goes awry. Wool's going to pass that out to Timmins. Over to Marner. Skating up. Firing across. Kucherov intercepts it. Gensel skating in. Hakanpää, big hit. Can't collect the puck. Point. Skating. Hedman shooting. Shoot. All right. Kill it. Got dangerous there. Got very dangerous there. Beautiful replay of the Nylander goal. 20 minutes left for a trip to the conference finals. Up 2-0 on the road. Matthews and Nylander put them away. Looking to hang on for the next 20 and end it. Matthews winning that draw to Riley, to Nyes, dumping that in. Marner's giving chase, trying to hit Hedman and doesn't hit Hedman. Oh no, Riley skating back. Nyes collects that. Over to Marner. Skating through, drawing back to Matthews. Big shot from distance. Hedman gets it. Hedman walks into Matthews, who kind of took out Marner with him. Loose puck. Marner's still down. Matthews trying to rip a shot. Hedman gets in the way. Marner's still down, which isn't great. Riley gets that. Gets it to Marner, who is now up. And no. Oh, not going to be icing. Matthews misses the hits. Point to Gensel. Give me a change. Kucherov skating down. Matthews disrupts. Over to Riley, and we get the change. Firing to Domi. Entering the zone. Dumping it back to Nylander. Flips the backhand. And Tavares losing the draw. Tampa starting their counterattack. Nylander trying to pursue. Ekman-Larsson just trying to get in the way. Diffuse that. That was very dangerous over front of the net. Tanev with the stick lift got it. And Tavares skating in. Jamming it. Domi cleans it up. Nylander with 12 points leads the team. He shows up to play in the playoffs, and Geeky line is out there. Domi gets a second. Tavares and Willie with the assists, and we turn it over. Eagle skating in. Geeky throwing a poke check. Ekman-Larsson throwing a poke check. Sorelli shot. Gets through. Wool saves it. Firing it up to Nick Robertson. Shot through traffic. Pacioretty cleans it. Vasilevsky does not have good rebound control, apparently. Another rebound goal.
I've also enjoyed the communication that
Tanev and Robertson with the assists. Geeky ties him up in the circle, and Hakanpää emerges with the puck to Tanev, to Geeky, to turnover to Timmins, to Pacioretty in the open ice, to Robertson in Tampa's zone, and poked away. Okay then. Geeky throws a hit as Tampa Bay is collecting in their zone, and across center ice, Hakanpää throws the stick, and Pacioretty gets it. Fires all the way across to Geeky. Jammed up. Fighting for it. Robertson fighting for it. Taking a slap shot, kind of tipped. Going for the change. Just try to pursue on your back check and then go change. I said go change. Wool's just going to cover that. And Kemp losing the draw. Yarncroc forechecks the hell out of it, and Yarncroc to Kemp to no goal. What a save. And Geeky is on the bench. I don't know why I say Geeky. Kemp wins the draw. Tanev with the shot. Save. And passing it out. Dewar gets it. Bouncing off the backboards. Kemp up close to Yarncroc. Beautiful play. 5-0 Leafs. 6 minutes left. Tavares in the circle. Dewar and Kemp pick up the assists and winning draw, dumping it in, giving chase. Domi getting in the way, disrupting, steals it from Hedman and puts it away. That's just a hustle play from Domi. And Tavares gets the draw. Ekman-Larsson to Domi. Wrapping that around the backboards. Nylander gets it. Domi, get away. Why are you just condensing space? Nylander drops it to Tanev. Doesn't quite go. Tavares ripping it behind the boards. Domi misses. Drives by, misses, and up to Gensel. Nylander disrupts it. Point, shot, pushed aside by Woll. And Domi circles back and collects, loses it. Point, goes for the bounce pass. Can't quite make it. Gensel lining up. Tanev blocks the shot. And Tavares gets it and fires it over to Marner. Skating in, dropping it back. Domi hat trick. Domi Game 7 hat trick. Did not have that on my bingo card, but here we are. 7-0 in Game 7. And Kemp losing that draw. Over Hagel, hit by Timmins. Kemp picks up the puck, wraps it around to Yarncroc. Up to Dewar, gets hit, but Yarncroc is there to pick it up. Yarncroc fires, Kemp picks up the puck. Shot hits a body. Yarncroc trying to pass it around. Kemp to Hakanpää. Hits Vasilevsky. Sends it down to Hagel. Picked up Timmins. Up towards Dewar, gets it. Over to Marner. Up to Kemp. Hit. Marner picks it up. Flips a backhand. And they pull Vasilevsky. I mean, fair enough. And Geeky loses that draw. Pacioretty trying to chase. Oh, damn. They are getting booed off the ice. And Liljegren lays a huge hit. Gets pinched along the boards. Fired up to Moser. Riley gets in the way. Pacioretty just dumps it down. Play it. Can't even get the icing. What a way to win the series on the road. 7-0. In enemy territory. Joseph Wolf, 19 save shutouts, is the third star. Made some incredible saves. Really bailed us out on a few occasions. William Nylander, goal and an assist, is the second star. Just beautiful passing all around. Had a great finish earlier, but Max Domi, 3 goals and an assist, is that first star. And the Eastern Final. Carolina Hurricanes, Toronto Maple Leafs. We have home ice. I didn't think we'd have home ice, but we have home ice. And in the West, Avalanche, Oilers. There's potential for an all-Canadian Cup final. This is new, having home ice. This is scary, actually, because we seem to have been doing significantly better on the road, especially in clinching scenarios. But either way, Joseph Woll, Freddie Anderson. Woll's save percentage a little worse, but allowing less goals per game. Anderson, the opposite. Leading the way for points, William Nylander with 12. 5 goals as well and 7 assists. Leads the team in both categories. Eastern Finals coming up next.